Welcome to Being at Home with George. I'm excited to be here, and let's begin the way we always begin by creating the possibility of saying yes to whatever shows up. In other words, embracing it, saying yes to it, generating the hope, and at the same time, making wise choices. I would say even kind and loving choices. And so for the last 12 days or so, I've been experiencing shingles. And so the question here is, how do you embrace, say yes to whatever comes up and generate the hope? It's easy when it's not so painful, but when it's shingles and you can see it's a little bit funky over here. Of course, this looks way better than it did a week ago when I looked like I had just been in a fight with Muhammad Ali and I had a fat lip. And I remember growing up, we used to say, I'll give you a fat lip if you don't get out of my face. And so just going through that. And so I believe that the fact that we've been doing this for over 5 years, saying the same thing, developing this way of being, developing this possibility of saying yes to whatever comes up, embracing it, and then generating a hope and making wise choices. And so for me, it's been challenging because I've had chronic pain. That's how I got into this. But to be back in it, and especially nerve pain, in my case, the shingles got into the trigeminal nerve, so it's affecting my teeth and my head and everything. It's a lot of nerve pain. And so, what I've been doing for this last week, because I'm committed to pursuing excellence and wisdom with grace and ease, I'm committed to the growth mindset. I'm committed to this idea of developing higher levels of wellness, saying yes to life, and then asking the question, feeding the love wolf, what's the lesson here? And so for me, it's interesting because a couple of weeks back, I talked about using the breath, being in the body, the bare awareness, just sitting and breathing and knowing it. And I've done weekends where that's all I did. Well, I'm here to tell you, I've been doing that for the last 12 days. And it's been extremely helpful to be able to say yes to life, to be able to breathe in, breathe out, know I'm sitting and getting comfortable being uncomfortable. And that's what it came down to. And that's what I've been doing. And so I wanted to share that and continue to talk about it because I'm not through it. And most of the time I talk about my experiences is what happened in the past. It's very rare. So I see this as a rare opportunity for me to document in real time what it feels like to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And I mean extremely uncomfortable, getting comfortable being extremely uncomfortable and being able to know that as long as I'm breathing, as John Kabat-Zinn says, there's more right with me than what's wrong with me. And I actually feel like I've gotten really calm and been able to find that eye in the storm, the eye of the hurricane, and coming out of that silent space. And so there's times when it's really difficult, times when it's not so difficult. And so I just wanted to share that because a lot of us are going through some kind of discomfort now. It doesn't matter what degree it is. It could be extreme, like what I'm going through now, or it could be just like a dull ache. But the reality is, we have this ability to say yes to whatever comes up and to understand that, life is difficult. But if we can understand it and accept it, then it's no longer difficult. So embracing the shingles, saying yes to the shingles, breathing in and breathing out and knowing it and just doing the next thing. What's the next thing? Sometimes the next thing is putting on Vaseline. Maybe it's taking some pain meds. Maybe it's just sitting and breathing and smiling and continuing to do the things I need to do. And what's really helpful for me is when I can continue to serve others. And so I've had to apologize to some people when I've had Zooms with them and say, I know I look a little funky, but let's get to it. And so that's what the message is. The message is how to get comfortable being uncomfortable, and we have the capacity to do it. And it all begins with us saying yes to whatever comes up, generating a hope, and making wise, kind, compassionate choices.